this were all before big fights. Johnny Nelson always goes with the opposite narrative. For example, he's trying to tell us that Bellew is in this fight and it's not a mismatch. Well, I'm telling you now, and I'm going to tell you all again. I know I sound like a broken record, but Tony Bellew has never beat a champion. He's got a British, Commonwealth, European and a world title. They were all vacant belts. His best win on paper, not this paper, but you know what I mean. Isaac Chilemba, he had 2 attempts to beat him, 1 a draw, thought he got beat, and he won the rematch. 2 attempts, fighting for chicken feed. Now, I'm not hammering Tony Bellew, not because he rung Dennis's office demanding that, you know, I'd be disciplined for my comments in another video. He shouldn't have done that. We all laughed at him anyway. No, the point I'm making is this. Who has he beat? Who were any good? Who? Isaac Chilemba, box rec number 11? Come on. You're talking to me, Big Porky? I don't fall for that crap. 4 vacant belts. And he's now on his 3rd pay-per-view. His wins over world champions were in pay-per-view fights and there were no world title on the line. Cleverly moved him up £25, ranked number 14 on cruiserweight. David Haye were ranked outside top 15 at heavyweight after a 4-year layoff. Both pay-per-view. Why is that? Why does he deserve his 4th pay-per-view? Yes, he does deserve it against Usyk, but Usyk's not going to bring any fans over. And Tony's a spent force now, isn't he? Spent. Come on, he struggled against Haye with 1 leg. We all know the rematch was a put-up job, don't we? But it is what it is, isn't it? Tony Bellew, what will happen? He'll get beat against Usyk, say he's retiring. His trainer and Bellew and his trainer and Eddie Hearn will say they want him to retire. And then you know what'll happen then, don't you? You know what'll happen. You know what they'll say, don't you? Well, I'm coming out of retirement, I don't want to lose on a loss. When you get to this stage, when you're getting that pay-per-view money, you're not bothered. You'll say anything, you'll go to bed with a snake. Normally I would have said you'd F a snake, wouldn't I? But come on. Tony Bellew's had a good run, but they're now kicking sand in fans' faces. This is going to be his 3rd loss. Now the other 2 losses were Cleverly in a world title fight, got beat. And Stevenson knocked him out in a world title fight, got beat. What's that tell you? I don't want to hear all that, oh, light heavyweight, he's a heavyweight. So is that going to be his excuse when Usyk knocks his arse out? Because he'll get knocked out against Usyk. They'll pull him out. Corner will pull him out, but for Johnny Nelson to say Tony Bellew is technically better than Usyk. So let's break it down, shall we? How many fights has Usyk had? 15. He's the undisputed cruiserweight champion at world, Olympic gold medalist. And you've got Tony Bellew. He got a WBC belt by default against a guy who'd just been in with a guy ranked 603 on BoxRec. They got the belt by default, a vacant belt, and he were an ABA champion, but he's technically better than a southpaw Usyk. Listen, Bellew struggles against southpaws. He had a nightmare against Stevenson. He struggles against him. So I ain't falling for that. So Johnny Nelson, you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. I want to talk about boxing is rife with performance enhancing drugs, cocaine and backstabbers. Well, we all know about backstabbers in boxing, don't we? There's a lot of double agents out there, isn't there? But as regards cocaine, boxing's rife with cocaine at the moment. There's a cocaine problem, but it's up to boxers to not handle money off the mates who are serving people up drugs. They've got to not handle the money, and then you're not going to fail drug tests, are you? Because Liam Cameron doesn't take cocaine, and I said I'd mentioned this on here. I know he's failed a drug test for it or a substance that's associated with it. Liam's probably handled some money. It doesn't mean that Liam and Liam's mates are bad people. It's just that I think boxers have to be a little bit careful. That's all. I'm not having to go at anybody. It is what it is, isn't it? But as regards performance enhancing drugs, I think that fighters need to be more disciplined and have a little bit more of a say in their career about what they're putting down the neck as regards protein shakes, smoothie shakes, cup of coffee. Somebody might want you to train a little bit faster than what you're training at, and I think who's to say that certain people aren't putting something in people's drinks without them knowing? I don't know, but fighters usually the last one to know, innit? I think every fighter's honest. I think they start out honest. And I think people's minds get changed with money along the line. They get a taste of money and they want to be somewhere and they don't want to do it the hard way. Tony Bellew got there the hard way by good matchmaking and avoiding everybody. And you can do that if you sell yourself. He's oversold himself, hasn't he? Tony's sold himself up here, but his achievements are like there, aren't they? He got the belts, but he got them in a way that, like we just said, he didn't beat a champion. But I think there is a problem with it. But I think this, with Billy Joe Saunders, I think that there needs to be one governing body for the drug testing, whether it be USADA or UKAD. I think that he needs looking at. But you know, it is what it is, isn't it? 24. Oh, I just want to say, I think I'm going to put that as one of the pictures. The cover. This is a two videos. There's 30 minutes. I'm going to put a picture of the book that I got from Terry Fox, the author. It's called Battling Turpin. It's about Randy Turpin's brother. He's sadly passed away now, but he's sent me the book and he wrote the book. So thank you very much, Terry. I've started on the book and I like anything like that, and I think it should be made into a film. And I do know a few people that know some people in the film industry, and hopefully somebody might pick it up, you know. Who knows? I'm sure Hughie Bear knows people. What's the guy called I met once at a Frotch after party? Terry Stone? He's big into stuff like that. I'd like to see Terry Stone or something like that take on a project like that, instead of doing, you know, the same old gangster films. Why don't they do a book like that? I mean, I've seen that film with the guy who lost his fingers. The Welsh guy, I forgot his name now, but they did a good film about that. So why don't they do a film called Battling Turpin about Randy Turpin's brother? Because let's not forget, Randy Turpin, he beat Sugar Ray Robinson, didn't he? Greatest fighter of all time. But I've done that one now. Let's have a look. Our Sky taking the mickey out of the fans. Yeah, I think they are. I think they're taking the mickey out of the fans big time. I think that it's got to a stage now where, you know, how many pay-per-views is there now till Christmas? How many is there? Come on. It's just getting disgusting, isn't it? It's totally and utterly disgusting, the amount of pay-per-views that's happening at the moment. It's just, I'm not happy with all pay-per-views. I think that all fans, they're just forking out and forking out and forking out all the time, and I just don't think it's right. I mean, this with Chisora and White, come on. Yeah, Dillian White deserves a shot at a title, but why didn't Eddie Hearn go and get him Manuel Char? I mean, Dillian White seems to be hanging around for his title shot forever. Wilder fight, he don't want to go near Wilder, does he? Or Wilder don't want to go near him. I don't know which it is. So Dillian, don't kill me. I haven't got that one wrong. I personally think that maybe Dillian don't want to fight Wilder. I don't know. Maybe he will do if he fights Joshua and gets beat, but all roads lead to Joshua. When you're selling 80,000 tickets at Wembley Stadium and you're doing a million pay-per-view buys at £20 million, you know, you're probably looking at 30 million quid there to split. If you're getting a quarter of that, you're on £7.5 million. You see where I'm coming from? It's big business when you get to the Joshua stakes. But I think Dillian White, he's saying it's not about money, he wants a belt. Well, the Char fight's there for you, Manuel Char, or whoever's got the belt at WBA. The fight is there. But you know, Davey Day, I've got something wrote down here. We spoke about Davey Day, haven't we? It's the same old stuff from Davey Day, but he's not fighting this time, isn't it? The same old load of pony. But our Sky taking the mickey out at fans, yes, I think they are. They're abusing us. You've got Johnny Nelson, big in all fights. So look, what it is, Sky. If you're in England GB team, right? If you're in England GB team, you get to go to Olympics, and Eddie Hearn gets to come and hang around the GB place at Sheffield. I know where it is. Dennis Hobson's scrapyard and AJ's backs onto it. I know where it is. I've been up there. Eddie Hearn, they're giving the good fighters to Eddie Hearn. He's got the platform on Sky. He's not doing the investing. Sky are putting him on TV. They're his broadcasting partner. But the lottery is funding all that up at Sheffield. But yet you've got all matchroom fighters up there all the time. They've got an edge on everybody else. It's wrong. It needs to be shared out. If it were in America, it wouldn't be allowed that. If you look at the American system with the Olympians and that, it's all shared out properly. Bob Arum don't get every single one of them. Don King or Lou DeBella or Golden Boy, it's all shared out properly. We're now seeing a monopoly, and I've got a big problem with monopolies. Yeah, I know people keep giving me stick for it and giving Eddie some grief, but when's Eddie Hearn going to come on my channel? When's he going to come on? We put the billboard out up at Sheffield. There's another one going out in New Year. Cost me a lot of money that to do that. I've invested in my own channel. Now, I don't see anybody else who's got the channels trying to get an interview with Eddie Hearn. They all turn up with the cameras, don't they? And he picks his favourite ones, doesn't he? And the people like me, I'm not going to get to sit down with Eddie. Why? Because I'm going to ask the right questions, aren't I? I've got his attention with that. When all the Twitter accounts, when people have put it up, it's had like 1 million impressions and about 240,000 views just on Twitter alone. It probably only had about 1,000 on my channel, but I don't get that many views, do I? But I'm just starting out. But Clinton put it on his Twitter and he got 18,000 plus. The impressions of it were brilliant. So everybody knows they're the right questions to ask, what I want to ask. And these are questions from the fans, not just from me with a personal gripe. I've got over 320 questions. Everybody's seen them in Bulgaria. I showed them everybody. Look, these are questions. And 200 of them are related to Eddie Hearn. I want to ask him about StubHub. I want to ask him why he put pay-per-view at £3. I want to ask him about why they're doing pay-per-views and that there's no world title fights. I want to ask him about why there's not been a Saturday night regular world title fight on a Saturday night regular TV. There hasn't been a world title fight for males. Yeah, there were for Katie Taylor, but she's not a male. So I want to ask him questions like that, proper boxing questions. I don't want to be like certain people. I did put it on Coogan when we were in Bulgaria. We sat in that club, me and Dennis and Celia, our favourite lawyer, and Mark Ramsey were there, and I just turned around to him and said, Coogan, you're not asking the right questions. You need to ask him about this, you need to ask him about that. I'm not going to repeat what else we spoke about, but I said my bit, and I respect Coogan for listening to me. He's a decent enough kid, and I've maybe got him wrong in the past. The few times I've met him before, we didn't really spend much time together, but I had a bit of a chat with him then. He was alright. If people don't like that, so be it. If I get to sit down with Eddie Hearn, we ain't never going to be friends, are we? Because I don't like what he's done to boxing, but there are good things he's done in boxing, and I appreciate that. The main thing being, fighters get paid on the night. Can't be getting paid on night. When you're dealing with these millionaire promoters and you've got like a 10 grand fee, 10 grand purse, you're not getting paid on night. What's all that about? But anyway, what is the Sky criteria for pay-per-view? What is it? Eddie, why don't you come out and tell us what the criteria is? Does it mean Dillian White against Chisora because they've got intense beef? Does that mean it's pay-per-view? Because it's not even a European title fight, is it? Lewis Ritson were on a European title fight overnight. Well, why won't he pay-per-view? At least they've got a belt online, haven't they? Joshua against Dillian White were a British title. How's that pay-per-view? And two novices fighting it were at the time. Oh, they had a story from amateurs. Is that what it's about? As you say, Eddie, the narrative, i.e. WWE script. Is that what it's about? Have a bit of a fake roll about on floor. Oh, and all fans will get drawn in and they'll have a tear up. Or is it about ability? Is it about if you can fight? Because let's remember what this sport is about. It's boxing. You box people, you fight. It ain't about rolling about on the floor or how many views you can get on Twitter. Chisora's last big rally was against Takam. I've covered that. Yeah, he's 9. Derek Chisora in 49 months, he's gone 9-4. 9-4. Is that the record of somebody who's on it who should be sharing a pay-per-view fight? Come on, get with it programme. Not one person has mentioned Caballero or the European title. The guys had 3 defences. There you go. I told you earlier on, didn't I? Ortiz is like Caballero. Caballero's the European version of Luis Ortiz. He's the bogeyman, nobody wants to fight him. 18-0, 13 by KO, 72% KO ratio. He's had 3 defences of a belt. He's had 4 wins on trot for European title. 3 defences. He beat Chisora, who's in a pay-per-view. And if Chisora beats White, he gets Joshua. But where's that leave Caballel? Oh, I forgot. He don't flip tables up, does he, at press conferences and spit water in people's faces just before they fight, or slap people at weigh-ins and stuff like that, and do stuff off the cuff to get his name out there, or you know, say he's fighting at, like with David Haye at post-fight press conferences. Is this where boxing heading? Narrative. Don't forget, Porky, the narrative. AKA Mr. Bean. What did he say? Adam Smith, he said Derek Chisora has reinvented himself in last year. Yeah, but he didn't reinvent himself in Monaco when he lost to Caballel, the man that no one mentions. No. Well, I just want IFL to do an interview, like on some of them questions and points that I've just made up. Some of them points that I've just brought up then, I want IFL to do an interview, like where I've we edit, just ask the questions. I can send you the, Coogan, get in touch with me, you know my number. I can send you all the questions from the fans, I'll forward them, and you can interact with the fans. I've got all their emails, I've got over 200 questions for Eddie Hearn. I don't want to, I'm not going, I can go to a press conference with Eddie up Sheffield, but he's liable to tell me to jog on. But if he sends it, Eddie, send me an email or a text, and I'll come and see you in Essex. I'll come and meet you for lunch. I'll bring this camera here and I'll ask you proper questions, and I won't put up with any of that politician answers where you change it. I'll ask you, look you in the eye, mate, ask you proper questions. That's it really, basically. I'm just going to finish off with Kell Brook, John Fuchs and the Dominic Ingle triangle. I've met Kell Brook, he's not a pal. John Fuchs, he's a pal of mine. I like John Fuchs. John Fuchs has flown out to Fuerteventura to train Kell Brook. It's big news in boxing, nobody wants to talk about it. Why aren't IFL going out there to talk about it? Why aren't they put back in Dominic Ingle? I like the questions that Coogan asked Dominic Ingle. Why aren't they going and asking Kell about all the same stuff? Why aren't they going back to Dominic and saying, well, Kell said this? Why not? You go from Frank to Eddie, from Tyson to Wilder, from Tyson to Joshua, from Saunders to Andrade. Why can't you go from Brook to Ingle? We want to know what's gone on. Why have they fallen out? Dominic Ingle, Eddie Hearn said yesterday or night before, oh, he's had a lot on, he's been in Toronto, he's been in Boston, he's busy, he's got a big stable now. So what? I want to know what's gone on, and fans are owed the right to know. Now I'm telling you now, John Fuchs has flown out there. The reason I know that is because, like I've just said to you here, I worked with Den over 3 years, and he's head trainer at Dennis's gym. He's not there, he's in Fuerteventura training Kell Brook. They are done. Dominic Ingle needs to come out and swallow, doesn't he? Kell needs to come out and swallow as well and say, look, I've gone with John Fuchs. Not swallow, just say it as it is. He wishes Dom all the best and move on. That's all they've got to say. Instead of, I ain't falling out with Dominic. We want to hear more than that. I think the fans deserve that. Has Kell done it because he's unhappy with Dominic? Because there's rumours going around that people might be having stuff put in their drinks. Kid Galahad's failed the drug test, Billy Joe's failed the drug test. Or is it the fact that he's not happy with Dominic's training regime? Is he not getting enough attention off Dominic in the gym? Or is it the fact that if he fights Amir Khan, he gets 4 million quid, he's got to give Dominic 10%, 400 grand. Would he prefer to give John Fuchs, probably, I don't know, a lot less than that? Because John's not money motivated, isn't he? Whereas Dominic, well, you know, he runs it as a business, doesn't he, Dominic and his family? They have done years. It's none of my business, anything to do with that, with money. But I think they need to come out and tell the fans where they're heading, because Kell at the moment, where is he going at the moment? Where's he going? He's in no man's land with Amir Khan. Now I'm going to end on what Amir Khan said to me in Bolton when I met him for lunch with him and Peter at Bolton White's Hotel. Amir said, I'm only fighting Kell Brook at 147 IBF rules, whether there's a belt on line or not. Now there's a rehydration clause in that, £10. You get weighed 10 stone 7 on a 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. You've got to be you can only put £10 on. You've got to be 157 pounds, so it's 11 stone 11. You can't be above 11 stone 11 at 10 o'clock in the next morning, so you're looking at you in 19 hours you can only put £10 in. If you go above that, there'll be fines enclosed into the contract. whereas so much money will go to Haye. Yeah, I don't agree with it, but it's what Haye wants. Don't forget Haye not so long ago were like welterweight. Kell's a massive welter, and he did say that he can still make welter, so why say that? Why not just put your foot down and say it's light middleweight or nothing? Go after the Charlos, Kell. You can do it, you've got John Fuchs in your corner. Go fight them Americans at 154, Hurd and all the rest of them. Go fight them at 154 and prove everybody wrong, Kell. You can do it, you and John Fuchs. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who watched the videos of the night, all them people. Yeah, I did have an interview with Dennis Hobson, and you know, yeah, as you can see, me and Dennis had a bit of a roll around. Things got out of hand in the hotel after a few drinks, but we're alright. Things happen, don't they, in boxing? We've probably been coming 4 or 5 months. Usually we have a mess about when he punches me and that, but this time I've got a bruise here, bruise here, bruise here, and I had a lump on my head. But I got him in an headlock, didn't he? But he was messing about. He's tried to turn it on me, said I bullied him. I didn't bully him. Look, mates fall out and they kiss and make up. Me and Dennis are probably going to have 10 more fallouts in our lifetime, and ups and downs, because I'm headstrong. I don't let anybody tell me what to do. I go my own way. I don't hang around Dennis for anything. I don't need anything off him. I'm very comfortable. A lot of people who hang around with Dennis, they're usually after something. I'm not. I can just say get gone if I want, any time. And I have done, as you well know, and you even admitted it. But I wish him all the best. He's a top man. Anyway, we're going to end it. Shout out to K Official, Ledger Frames, Edlington Motors. They've all helped me with the channel. Justin at the Tea Leaf Company, Ali at Churchill's Tailors, thank you very much. I love this one. This is the 3rd time I've worn this now. It's my favourite one, Ali. The first one you give me. Thank you very much. Egyptian silk or cotton, is it? Very nice. Thank you very much. It's nice when people give you things, but thank you very much. I want to shout out to Bolton White's Hotel, and I want a big shout out to Tom at Applied Nutrition at Liverpool. Nice guy you, Tom. I appreciated our chat on when we were in Bulgaria. And shout out to my pal Robin Reed. I'll be coming to see you next week, Robin, and we'll have a better chat and maybe do a bit of training. I hope you're alright, pal. Have you got your Packer Rabanne on? Frank, you've got a bottle as well, haven't we? All end up with a bottle of Packer Rabanne at duty frees. But I enjoyed Bulgaria, and I'm not one for flying, but I enjoyed it. So shout out to all them people that are following the channel. We're going to be on a great run. It's going to be a fantastic ride. So keep tuning in, keep following boxing, but most of all, keep liking or disliking and leaving your comments. Good or bad, I read them all. I'm sorry I can't reply, but the powers that be won't have me interacting, because I'll end up like I were on Twitter, thousands of followers, then all of a sudden I get kicked off because I say the wrong thing. But shout out to all you haters as well on there, as well as hardcore fans. You keep watching. Thank you very much. But I don't think really you're haters, I think you like me really. So who's the other guy I wanted to shout out to? Boxing Bastard, you've got my attention, well done. 1 minute you're nice, 1 minute you're not. But you obviously know your boxing, so. But is that you, Steffi Bull? Anyway, peace out. Keep on trucking.